What's going on? So the Cancer crab that I was talking about. So basically, the Cancer crab and the Gemini were in a relationship. Um, they were the L word, if you know what I mean. They were in a relationship together. If you don't know what it is I'm referring to, go back to the Gemini video. That's Gemini 3 times here on this channel. And basically, it was my 19th birthday. Never had any problems with this Cancer crab up until after that time, where that's my cat. Up until after that time, we were cool. The Cancer crab didn't mind hanging out with me, but in essence, it was my 19th birthday, right? The same day, my 19th birthday. Rubbing their hands through my hair. The Cancer crab was rubbing her hands through my hair. I was like, okay, this is amazing. Didn't think anything of it, other than that. And I was inebriated because, I was doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? I was hooking, you know what I mean? Hooking, if you know what I mean. But anyway, on that green. But there was an instance in which I was actually had actually wanted to know if the Cancer crab was okay. So I knocked on the door. I was like, it's me, Kareem. I was like, can I come in? She was like, yeah. She was like, close the door behind you. I was like, okay, cool. And I had asked her, I was like, are you okay? You doing all right? Just coming in to check in on you, stuff like this. Just wanted to make sure you good. She's like, yeah. She's like, hey, now again, I'm inebriated. I'm inebriated. That's why it is. I don't, being at 31, I don't drink, I don't smoke anything, nothing. Like, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm inebriated. She's like, come sit down. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? Huh? What are you talking about? She's like, she was like, it's your birthday and stuff like this. Come sit down. I'm like, what do you mean? Sit down. She's like, now she laying down on the bed, right? She's like, come lay down with me. I'm like, I'm just like, nah, I can't. So I go ahead, turn around, close the door, and I'm like, walk back over there to my other friend at the time. My other friend's Taurus, right? My other friend is like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. It's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And since that day, it's never been the same between me and the Cancer crab. I guess the Cancer crab must have took it like I was uninterested in her. I was leading her along. That wasn't really the case. What it was, look, number one, you with somebody. So even though I'm flirting with the two of you, y'all are showing me interest. Okay? I had no idea of your situation until y'all told it to me. So I didn't know that you two were an item, okay, before you told it to me. I knew the Gemini before I knew the Cancer. The Cancer crab was actually introduced to me from the Gemini. I remember I told you, I said that, remember I was saying how the Gemini lives fast. So they were in that type of alternative relationship, if you know what I mean. And I was like, okay, cool. Now, y'all are in a relationship. But at the time, I'm single. So I'm talking to the both of you. I'm talking to whomever I want because y'all are showing me interest. And they can't get along anyway. The Cancer crab is living with the Gemini. The Gemini is like 14, 15 years old. The Cancer, like I said, the Cancer crab is living with the Gemini, 16, 17. The Cancer crab didn't have a very good relationship with the parents, with her parents, her own parents. came and lived with the Gemini. Okay. So, number one, I respected the relationship because I'm not finna go smash and then the next thing I know, it ends up being I basically cheated. I helped you cheat on either of you. Number two, you may end up getting put out because if the Gemini finds out that you cheated, she might be mad and she might put you out of the house. Because even though technically it's not her apartment, it's her mom's apartment. Obviously, her mom is going to side with her daughter. And number three, also the fact that I already knew what would happen. I go ahead, smash the Cancer crab. It's not even the Cancer crab's own bed. It's actually the Gemini's bed. Then what? Now I'm not welcome there anymore because I hurt the Gemini, I broke the Gemini's heart, and I disrespected the Gemini on top of it because I smashed not only the girlfriend, but I also smashed in the Gemini's own bed. So I decided not to do it. And like I said before, ever since that day, my 19th birthday, up until 2013, my 19th birthday was probably like 2010, somewhere around there. Up until that point, started having problems. 2010, 2011, probably 2010, started having problems. Why? Because now all of a sudden the Gemini starts coming over to my house almost every night, a lot. I ain't gonna say every night, but a lot of nights after dark, after midnight. Hey, what's up? I'm hungry. Running the same game. And in 2013, early 2013, there was a situation that actually happened where she had came over to my house and I was actually writing the book, the From the Beginning to the End book that I now have on Amazon. Do not buy the black and the blue one, the black and the blue version of it. But I was actually writing that by hand because I didn't have a computer. My computer had actually caught a virus or something like that. And it crashed. So I was writing it by hand. 50 pages. Long, like this, like a foot and like 16 inches high. Write 50 of those pages. So she had came over, and as you can see, I'm remembering it. She had came over, and I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on with you? She was like, oh, just trying to see what's going on. This was like 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Family over there in the room, in the rooms asleep. She's like, hey, I'm hungry. I'm like, listen. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm literally writing my book over here. I'm writing a book. Gonna go ahead and get it published. I don't really want to go outside because it's cold. It's early 2013. So like, in New York, we have all 4 seasons here. So in early 2013, it's the winter months still. So I'm like, oh wow, like, can I give you the money so you can go ahead and get whatever you want, and then you come back upstairs? Because at this point, I ain't really plan on going outside. It's cold out. She's like, nah, come outside with me. I'm like, dang, really? She's like, yeah, come outside. So I go ahead, put on my clothes, go outside with her. Grab my book bag, because I still had a book bag, right? All of that stuff, put the book in it. Literally, that's all of this that I can think about was writing it. So I literally took it with me. I don't even know why. Long story short, went to the store, got the food, came back up here. I let her even read it. I said, hey, go ahead. I said, check this out. And because I was trying to tell her, I said, look, I'm not playing games with you. Look, this is sunblock, by the way. But I was like, look, no BS. I'm literally over here writing this book. I really want you to see it. I'm not playing games with you. I'm not wasting your time. I'm not trying to run game on you. So she read it. She's like, yeah, I like it. It's good. Da, da, da. I said, okay, cool, boom, all of that stuff. Then she starts up with the games. Oh, I wanna smoke. I wanna do this. I wanna do that. Whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here she come with the games now. So I'm like, why? Like, so I'm like, Tiffany, saying like, what are you doing? Like, I'm over here trying to write and I almost cussed. I'm over here trying to write and stuff like this. What's going on with you? She's like, oh, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, okay. I was like, here's 10. I said, here's $10. She's like, oh, okay, call such and such and see if I'm there or whatever. So I go ahead and call such and such, right? For the green. You already know what I'm talking about. This is New York. So I go ahead, call such and such. Not gonna say who. Such and such ain't there. Right? Such as the cancer crab ain't there. I said, okay. I was like, wow, all right. So now I'm like, if this cancer crab don't come back, this is the last night that me and her gonna really get a chance to kick it. I said, because she's been pulling this same games with me. She running back and telling people a bunch of nonsense. She talking about how it is that she don't feel safe with me, but yet you coming over to my house at midnight, after midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm over here up, finna write my book. I ain't really get too much privacy during the day because I got to share it with 2, 3, 4 other people. Boom, you got to come on now. So I ain't go to sleep, finish writing. I ain't go to sleep because I'm upset, because I'm angry, because I'm like, yo, like, why does this person keep playing games and expecting me to be okay with this? What's up? Cancer crab called me 6 o'clock in the morning. Boom, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm still up at this time, 6 o'clock. I beat night, right? I stayed up all night. Called me 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey, what's going on? There's nobody out here that got anything. I'm like, yo, don't call me. I don't rock with you, because how could you do this a million times and expect me to just be cool with you, yo? Like, I'm over, like, you, and I even told her, like, you tripping out about one instance still, and you don't even know why I did it. You ain't even ask me why. You just on some, I'm gonna get you back. So boom, we ain't the last time that I saw her in 2013. Later on that year, when it was like April, the warmer weather was setting in. You can go outside with a t-shirt, and even though the weather was a little bit cool, it's not going, you're not going to be like, oh, it's 40 degrees out. But the last time I ever spoke to the cancer crab was 2015. I had asked, I was like kind of cracking jokes on the cancer crab. Cancer crab took it personally. And then the cancer crab always had this streak of trying to threaten me when they felt like I was far away or when I wasn't in front of their face. But the cancer crab was like, yo, I'm gonna call the police on you, get you shot, all of this other type of stuff, because and I'm like, wow. Now you gotta understand, the cancer crab is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed chick. So you could imagine how I felt to that. Like, wow. Interesting. The psychology, interesting. And this was after, right? Come to find out, she locked up, sent her a letter. But I also let her know that I'm disappointed in her, because I'm like, yeah, like, because you made it a habit of going to prison. You made it a habit of going to jail. You made it a habit of going to Rikers Island. You made it a habit of having all these felonies on your record. When you pretty, you need to be out here handling your business. You artistic, you like, you know what I'm saying? You like art, spray painting and stuff like this. Why don't you be an artist? Told her this. She ain't want to listen. You'd rather be outside gangbanging, trying to be harder than who knows what, trying to be more gangster than the gangsters. So I don't know where the Cancer Crab is to this day. I know where she probably hangs out, but I don't know where she is in particular still to this day.